Score one for Donald Trump. He did it. He did it. He has proven that he is the jobs president and that things will be better in terms of jobs in the economy under his presidency. He has reached an agreement with Carrier Corporation to save the jobs that they were planning on moving to Mexico. So those jobs are staying in Indiana. People are keeping their jobs right there in the state. Congratulations, Mr. Trump, man. What a outstanding job, right? Right, Mike?
Sound like there's more to this story by how you're talking.
Well, I mean, of course, well, he had to cut a deal. He's a businessman. He had to cut a deal with Carrier.
And his whole shtick was making better deals.
Yeah. Because we have people that are lousy negotiators. Lousy.
Awful.
Man.
Awful.
But he knows the best guys. Mm-hmm. He knows the best guys. So this deal came together pretty quickly. But like I said, he got it done. Now, of course, the proof is in the pudding. In the details. Why did Carrier actually change their mind to stay put in Indiana? Well, first of all, we have to recognize that Mike Pence is the governor of Indiana. So whatever Carrier needed, it would have been pretty easy to get that done. Yeah. Right? So what did they get in return? About $7 million in tax breaks.
Who is that a better deal for?
It's a great deal for Carrier.
Carrier, yes.
It's a great deal for
Carrier. How many jobs?
It's about 1,000.
How many jobs did they decide to keep over here?
About 1,000. About 1,000.
I'm pretty sure the amount of there's the salary that they paid or the wage that they paid to those 1,000 people is a drop in the bucket. Yeah. Compared to the $7 million tax break they got.
Right.
So they're the ones coming out on top. But who is going to pick up that burden though?
Who's going to pick up
the tax burden?
Oh, that would be the regular taxpayer. The regular taxpayer that's going to pick up that burden. Because when corporations' taxes get slashed, the burden has to fall to somebody, and it's usually the middle class. It's usually the
pretty much
American.
The keeping of those 1,000 jobs is inconsequential.
Mm-hmm. It's like I said, it's a great deal for Carrier. It's a great deal for them, and Trump gets to look like this successful incoming president that is saving jobs, not letting jobs get shipped overseas or to different countries.
He was so concerned about looking like that influential top dog,
right? Mm-hmm.
But what do you think the consequences of that may be or could be?
Exactly what Bernie Sanders has suggested is going to be. Mm-hmm. So Bernie Sanders, in response to this deal, said he has signaled to every corporation in America that they can threaten to offshore jobs in exchange for business-friendly tax benefits and incentives. That's exactly what you can't say it any better than that. He has pretty much said to every business out there that, look, all you got to do is threaten America, threaten the community that you're based in with leaving because it's just not affordable. It's just not cost effective for us to be here. So we got to ship some jobs to another country overseas or wherever. And then maybe Trump just comes in and say, look, what I'm going to do for you, I'm just gonna cut your taxes. It's gonna be a great deal for you.
So it's almost like his attempt to look like a fat cat might consequentially make him look like a weakling.
Yeah,
somebody who could be easily influenced, like a chump.
Remind me, when he campaigned for president, he campaigned on fighting for the regular American, the people that were disenfranchised and wanted opportunity and success.
He kept
the jobs president.
He kept 1,000 jobs.
He kept them. He kept
1,000 jobs. Will.
Now I am wondering, because this is not over, and I am wondering if these jobs are going to be the same jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're going to be paid the same as before this deal, because that's very possible.
What kind of jobs are being retained?
Yeah, the wage might decrease. We don't know. But again, it's a horrible deal, and when you have to take into account where we are in terms of like corporations paying taxes, okay? Because in the 50s, if you go back to the 50s, it was much different. Corporations paid a lot more of the taxes. So, and I even wrote an article about this last year, but in 1952, corporations paid about 32% of the taxes. Now, just last year, 2015, they paid about 11%.
So what you're saying is corporations have gotten what they want for the past, well, half century. They've gotten their taxes lowered.
Right.
But the perception is that, the government or particular members of the government, particular side, is anti-corporation.
Right.
But corporate taxes have, maintained this steady decline no matter who's in office, right?
Right.
So where is this perception that somehow, things are not fair for corporations? And you know what I'm saying? And they're not given the support they need to expand and to create jobs.
Well, the media perpetuates that idea.
But the media is what? Corporate, right?
It's corporate. That's correct. Politicians perpetuate that idea, of course. They're saying that corporate taxes need to be lowered. And what's interesting is that regular Americans perpetuate that same idea as well. Look, these are the people
job
that create
creators.
Jobs. Of course their taxes should be low.
So wait a second. Taxes for corporations have steadily decreased, but have wages increased with the cost of living, inflation, any of that?
So these job creators are steadily getting fat and rich, steadily, but there's not the adverse effect. Like the regular people, the people that are working for these corporations, they're not really seeing much better situations.
Well, see, it all makes sense because a lot of members of Congress are millionaires themselves.
Yes, and we know who writes legislation. We know corporations are in this whole mix, and that oftentimes when these politicians leave office, they get cushy jobs at corporations. So it's a whole cycle of this thing. So what Donald Trump has evidenced is that
that's going to continue.
Yes.
So he's not going to drain the swamp?